At the best of times, daily life in Gao in northeastern Mali can be a struggle. It's a drought-prone, chronically food-insecure region. Even when harvests are good, it's not enough to feed the population here, and food has to be imported from other parts of the country. In recent years, the rains have arrived late and rainfall is reduced. In Jerasaro village, father of 6, Abubakar Jissi Maiga, said 30 animals he and his wife owned had died out of a total of 70. He said it was becoming harder to find pasture land and water for animals, while the longer dry spells meant he was harvesting fewer crops. He said the hardships meant around 2/3 of all the household heads in his village had left.
People in the village cannot survive here. They are between living and dying. We are facing food insecurity because of the lack of rains and very bad living conditions.
A similar picture in Kalani village. 8-year-old Sadu Husuba said things were very different when he was younger. Nowadays, people were forced to skip meals and their animals were dying.
It is the rain that has helped the trees and grass grow. But now there is no rain, no grass, no trees. We count on our animals for meat and milk, but they need grass. We also count on the harvest, but the crops are failing us.
Adizatu Alassane has to care for her 5 children on her own now. Her husband moved away to find work 2 years ago.
My husband left the village because of the drought. He hasn't come back. He went to Ghana to work. If he has money, he sends some to us, but that hasn't happened very often. Today I haven't cooked any food. It's thanks to the relatives who managed to help us when they have the means to do so I can feed my children. The lack of rains has forced many people to move away, like my husband.
Officials in Gao say that climate changes have meant more frequent spells of drought, with the dry season this year lasting for 8 months rather than the normal 6. It's exacerbating long-standing problems like desertification and challenging the ability of farmers and nomadic livestock herders or pastoralists to cope. Even fishermen are affected. In Maza village, 20-year-old Ali Souley has only caught 2 fish all morning. He says 5 to 6 fish species have disappeared in recent years and that the river is shrinking in size thanks to hotter temperatures and sand entering from the Sahara, making the waterbed shallower and narrower.
We face so many problems: misery, food insecurity, lack of water and difficulty finding work. Sometimes we go fishing in the morning but we cannot catch any fish. Then we have to try to borrow money and go into debt. But it's not always possible to borrow money. If not, you stay in misery and pray to God for help.
But some measures funded and promoted by the Malian government are helping communities to better adapt to the changes. Mizwa Al-Ghatar says farmers can now irrigate their fields using motor pumps, which bring water from the Niger River.
This little engine is our whole life. It has saved our lives. It has allowed us to stay in the village, to work and irrigate our land, and to harvest enough food to eat.
Life is still difficult in the village, but thanks to water pumps installed by Oxfam, at least people here now have access to clean water. Before, many got sick after using water from the river. Adaptation projects are making a difference in Mali, but they're also costly, and more are needed, not just here, but right across West Africa, to help some of the poorest and most vulnerable cope better with the impacts of climate change. The hope is that rich countries will commit to this when they meet to draw up a new climate change deal in Copenhagen in December.